As the summation of the April 21st, 2008 meeting of the Mendham Borough Town Council. Kind of a boring meeting. Started with a silent prayer, of course, as usual. It should be a moment of silence. And included was a couple of residents of the town, I guess one who passed on from natural causes, and some kid who, I didn't read the story, but apparently he was going like 130 miles an hour or something, crashed into something. So it's probably in Daddy's SUV or sports car and BMW, probably a BMW. It's usually the way it goes. So we should all mourn for the little fucker who took himself out, and thankfully didn't take anybody out in the process. But anyway, yes, pray for him. That's right. Well, anyway, sorry, wasn't going to say fucker in this version, but happens. This happens. Falls out of my mouth. Anyway, so to the meeting. There was some presentation by Aflac, the insurance company, and they're apparently offering some sort of great, insurance program, health insurance and such, for town employees. I don't know that, I guess we're already going to pay this stuff, this insurance money anyway, so I guess they can choose this group plan or some kind of nonsense. Obviously, the residents, the taxpayers, pay the premiums for most of this nonsense. And so the idea there, the great advantage is they don't pay the medical industrial complex directly. So apparently you can make some big money if you get yourself a cancer or something. You don't have to get any treatment. You just get the money. You get $5,000 for your initial cancer, and then you can get all kinds of little, if you're getting radiation, you get $300 a day to, go use at Atlantic City or something. I mean, it's just sick. Stupid companies, and these great, they always have these great group plans. Why don't they just offer these group plans to the whole country? It's just, we see what they do with the money. We see that they all making big money. So, the deal is never a great deal. Anyway, on to the budget, which was the next topic discussed. Apparently the increase is going to be 9.5%. They implied at the last meeting it was going to be less than that. But that's for the municipal portion. So when you add the school and everything else, it's going to be something over 5% overall tax increase for your property taxes. And the big thing is, it's always salaries is always the increase item. And apparently, the state isn't paying the pensions anymore. So you do have to wonder why, if the state's not going to overpay cops, why should we be overpaying the cops? And it really just comes down to overpayment. I mean, if they got a salary and they get these huge benefit packages and everything else, the average police officer apparently we paying over $100,000 for the average police officer, which is kind of crazy. Well, it's not kind of crazy; it's very crazy, in my opinion. For a little town like this, we don't need $100,000 a year police officers. We probably get by with $30,000 a year police officers. And the town administration is completely incompetent and insane, and they're getting way overpaid. The town administrator is getting over $120,000, and she doesn't know how to do anything in particularly. She's not that outstanding or that brilliant. She's not a brain surgeon, Can't even do a website, They have to hire another company to do that. There was some brief mention of that. Apparently the town is probably going to go for this service contract with this company to provide for the website, but I think that'll come up at another meeting, because I haven't seen any resolution or anything. So I'll find out what we're going to pay for this stupid website. There's a deduction in, I guess, apparently our liability insurance for in case the employees violate somebody's constitutional rights or something, because they all took some kind of don't be an asshole course, and so I guess our deductible went from from $50,000 to $10,000. Who knows what that's going to cover, how that covers it. We still have to figure out who's going to pay for the lawsuit that I filed 5 years ago. Verizon, there was some kind of weird deal, I guess, with the police chief was negotiating some deal with Verizon, where apparently the town would have this, winning proposition where they get free equipment put into the police station so that people can make cell phone calls from the station. And but the implication was that the town gives up nothing for this generosity, of allowing Verizon to do this. And so there was a few council members who were a little suspicious and want to read things over and figure out what exactly we're contracting to do. So that was put off to the next meeting. There was some talk about recycling procedures. Apparently it's going to be an electronics pickup that might actually be a pickup here that we don't have to drop stuff off. So we'll have to find out about that. There was some other items mentioned, but apparently they're going to put together some sort of thing explaining that they'll put it in the newsletter whenever they have a newsletter. explaining what is recyclable and what isn't, and how you recycle it and all that crap. All right, there's a little bit of talk about the I&I problem. That's the water infiltration of the sewage plant. Apparently they're heading for phase 2, and so they're going to be doing some work. I guess they're relining the pipes. I don't know exactly. They don't go into the details. But apparently that's what they're doing, is relining pipes. They need to, based on water infiltration. There was some talk about the fact that the state has some new requirement that you have to wash the salt off salt spreading trucks in some closed area so you can save the water so it doesn't go into the ground. And I don't know whether that's necessary or not. I don't know how much the salt on the trucks is a problem. But anyway, so they have to figure out if they have a garage they can do that in. They might be able to do it at the pole barn at the sewage plant, but who knows. And there was some talk about the 4-town thing, where they're working together on this recreation stuff. So they're going to, they're putting the field resources, the recreational resources together, and not that we're mutually financing, but mutually organizing their use. And so which fields will be rested for what years to prevent them turning into garbage. The township, I guess they're going to have the new field there up on Ironia Road, will probably be used this fall. The $500,000 field that we are publicly subsidized for no good reason. But that's the township's insanity. But the borough has its own multi-million-dollar insanity on recreation, as if that's a public responsibility. Bob O'Gara hasn't spoken at a meeting in a while, and the public comment portion did point out that Mountain Avenue needs some repaving, and so there was some talk about that. They got to contact the county, have them maybe pave the road from between here and Morristown. And that's about it. No real other items of interest. So, like I said, kind of a boring meeting. I didn't submit any questions for this meeting, but maybe I will for the next. And that's it. That's all there is. So, till next time.